Talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out, all the problems. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke for way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all in nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah. Super fly for the Dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, about the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'ma step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, Lord, not me. I can never be the one you wanna stuff for. Money, that machine. The fair gamma store. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matte black, liquor clean. Dead places in and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Patience than a penny hoe.
Over here empty your pockets. I don't do that. You're my principal. You do what I tell you. Get over here. He's gonna get this.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This will be taken about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now, Barney! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fleming. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney! Set! Green 39!
And they'll go on the ground. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Watch him now, Barney. Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Patriot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
And on the ground they go with the running back. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
No, check, Patriot! Patriot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll try and sneak it here. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. This time he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they'll get this down to the 10. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Looking to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. In for the score. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you get the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Hurry up, here we go! Green 39! Green!
And they'll go on the ground. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56! Here we go now!
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. They'll set up to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Hurry up, here we go.
They're going to look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left and got his man complete. They give him a gain of 38.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone! 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 Hot! Hot!
Back to throw now on 1st down. Going up top. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
lucky 56. Lucky 56. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down. Tight dog. No. Check. Patriot. Flag 99 Philly. Here we go.
And that'll set them back 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. A first throw for the backup Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw here. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Shreds the tackle. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he stopped immediately there. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Now they try the right side here. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back from the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. The Cowboys on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw here. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit! Detroit! Check 3,
And the blitz does come. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for a loss of 9. And that'll lead to 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. Oh, now he bowls him over. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And they'll run it here. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there from 17 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for two.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
They'll try and run it here. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. For the fourth quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there.
Absolutely.
Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
Yeah, now they'll try to pile on.
Now let's go. 3:19. 3:19.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So it wasn't the line that jumped that time, the second level.
No, that's a great observation, because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. Second level, probably because they moved up to the first level, and that hurts them. So
this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Now let's go. 3:19. 3:19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Back. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit. Detroit. Hut.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They get it to him running left. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. Well, an uncommon way to get there, but nevertheless, that makes our score 14-7. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he's going to... And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Blue 90.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
319! 319!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Lucky 56. Over.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Detroit!
And they'll run it here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He'll look to throw, letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
Well, as far as plays go, there's nothing to write home about on that one because that one gets some negative yardage. But if you do want to find a positive, he found a way to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The Eagles on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is third down and 12.
We got chips over here. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back to throw. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. So they'd converted their first 2 fourth-down attempts, not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that third one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now a handoff looking right. And they get him down right around the 16. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Charles on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back,